who's the most important person in the world? Usually, it's your mom. Mothers, we all have them. They bring us into the world. They help us grow. Aren't they just amazing? We're about to follow some of the mums in the wild, like the fluffy koalas, the fierce lion cub warriors, and the colorful protective emperor penguins. And what about the amazing panda mums? For babies all around the world, the most important thing in the world is their mama. For mums, the most important thing in the world is their cute ones. On the African savannah, something big's about to happen. A herd of elephants says hello to its newest member, a little calf. Well, not so little. Just born, he weighs more than some grown-up humans. And being so fragile, he attracts predators. When the threat gets near, it's chased away by one of the guards that surround him. To become a mighty bull, he needs to drink a lot of milk. He has to gather strength for a huge challenge, a great migration. In fact, herds of elephants are always on the move, following reins in search of food and water. River crossing itself is a very dangerous thing. He's never been to water, so he has to trust his mum to keep him safe. Since he hasn't really mastered all the muscles in his body, or never learned to use the trunk as a snorkel, one bad step can mean the difference between life and death. But that's just if he were without mum, of course. She handles the situation easily and helps him up. He depends on Mummy the most. She's always there to lend a helping trunk. He'll be completely dependent on his mom for 3 to 5 years. She'll watch him grow and guard him so that he stays safe. On the savannah, the elephants aren't too friendly with their neighbor. A mama lioness. She has 3 cubs. In about a year, they'll eat nothing but meat. But for 6 months, mom feeds them milk. Quit pushing. There's enough for everyone. The boys will grow up to guard the pride. The girls will hunt and raise the cubs. Play fighting trains them to grow strong and fierce. Mom keeps watch, so they stay safe. And when everything is fine, she joins them in a cuddle. Sharing the territory, you can't really avoid some close encounters with the elephants. Lions share the savannah, especially areas around water bodies, with them. Mums are not particularly happy about it, but kids are curious and want to play and make friends, like all kids. And curiosity is on both sides. every time, there is a border you just don't cross. Hey, that was way too far. But no one growls on Mama Elephant's kids. So for the lions, it's a quick retreat. The lions are fast and know there's no such thing as fighting an elephant grown-up. Everybody is safe, and the elephant herd moves on to another waterhole. Maybe a new friendship will come another time. Luckily, Mom was there to protect the cubs. But sometimes, she has to hunt to get herself and the little ones food. Nobody can be in two places at the same time. So, it means the cubs are unprotected while she's gone. The little ones may be fierce, really stand no chance against other predators. A clan of hyenas, one of the lion's greatest enemies, is closing in. The cubs are in real danger now. They feel something's wrong, and as all kids, call for their mom's help. Luckily, Mom returned, jumping between the cubs and the invader, saving her little cute ones. No one can compete with an angry lioness, not even the hyenas, in all their numbers. Everyone's safe on the savannah now. Not far away from the open plains, we are going into the jungle. Under the cover of trees, there's one animal that takes education almost as seriously as we do. Chimpanzees. This cute little one will not leave his mother until he's 8 years old. It's right after lunch, and the troop rests. Well, not everybody. The kids are not made for resting, just like our kids. All the toddlers in the animal world love to play. That's the way to keep themselves in good shape and learn to react. Chimps are born for climbing, with their opposable thumbs and precision grip. They're able to climb from a very early age. And with the rest of the kids, the little one soon finds out how the troop works, who is friend, and who to stay away from. And Mom can always join him in the tree canopy to protect him. But now, it's really time for school. The family decided to move on to get some food. So it's time for the mom to get busy teaching the little one. If he wants to be a successful grown-up, he must pay attention to whatever his mom says. She shows him how to use tools. He doesn't need a knife and fork. A stick will get him some juicy termites. It's his turn to try it on his own. Well, he's not so lucky with the long leaf. which is why Mom replaces it with a stick. Here we go. His first great success in the fine dining. From this moment, he knows what to do, how to do it, and what tools to use. What's the next challenge? Mom shows him how to crack a tough nut with a stone. He mimics everything she shows him. When he's about 3, his mom will stop feeding him milk. But by then, he won't need any. Thanks to his mom's lessons, he'll graduate to become a chimp that can take care of himself. Now, let's leave Africa and head to another forest, very far away, in Australia. Tucked among the sweet-smelling eucalyptus trees, lives the koala. This mom and her Joey must move to a new tree for fresh leaves to eat. That puts them in grave danger. Mama can't outrun the dogs, but she can outclimb them. That's why koalas spend most of their time in the trees. Now that they're safe in the tree canopy, it's time to think about a snack. There's really not a lot to think about. Koalas eat only one thing. Eucalyptus leaves. They're not very nutritious. In fact, they can make most other animals sick. But koalas love them. Munching eucalyptus leaves is a koala's second most favorite thing to do. Their most favorite thing is sleeping. They can snooze up to 22 hours a day. While the pack of dogs is still sniffing around the area, the koalas can wait in the safety of the tree, under the twinkling Australian sky. When Mummy wakes the next morning, she checks to see if the coast is clear. Her little Joey stays home. Well, no sign of the dogs. But who are these strange new neighbors? They seem almost friendly, but the koala can't be too careful. She doesn't stop to say hello, but dashes back to her tree where her little one patiently waits. Mama will protect her Joey for about a year. Then, he'll go off on his own, in search of a new tree with lots of leaves and a sturdy branch to sleep on. Leaving Australia's eucalyptus forest, we head further south. Antarctica is one of the coldest places on Earth. Minus 50 degrees is a normal day. but emperor penguins don't seem to mind. It's time to lay and care for eggs. Not an easy business. A female lays one egg, and the dad takes over. They must be careful not to leave it on ice for long, or else it will freeze. They made it. Now, the new mission is to keep it warm. The dad cares for the egg, keeping it warm for the whole winter until it's ready. And on this part of the planet, the winter is really hard and cold. Chicks are born in the spring. A hatching penguin chick meets her father first. Her dad spent about 2 months keeping the egg nice and warm in his brood pouch, a flap of skin on his belly over his feet. While dad cares for the chick, mom goes fishing in the ocean. No one eats until mom returns. A storm is coming. The emperor dads huddle together for warmth against the icy Antarctic winds. They balance the chicks on their feet, warming them with their own bodies. At last, the sky clears and the wind stops howling. But here's the really good news. The mums are returning from fishing. Sometimes they have to waddle 100 kilometers to reach the sea. Then they get busy catching fish, which they eat and bring home in their bellies. At last, the moms meet their chicks. They bring the food up from their bellies to feed them. Now it's Dad's turn to go fishing and catch a bite to eat. After a good lunch, it's nice to take a little walk, but not without a grown-up. Some nasty seabirds like skuas like to bully young chicks. But they stand no chance against the grown-ups. When the chicks get a little bigger, they protect each other. They form a group called a creche. There's definitely strength in numbers. They learn and play together, returning to their parents until they're about half a year old. Then they slowly venture to the water to start fishing for themselves, giving their mums a well-deserved vacation. Speaking of mums on vacation, there's one animal in China that really fits here. One that is endangered and in some way can't do without human help. As their bamboo forests shrink, they depend on humans to save them from extinction. Not many pandas still live in the wild. Instead, people care for them in nature preserves. So panda mums have a team of human nannies that make sure the cub is well fed and grows strong. So that is a huge help to the panda mums. But it's definitely not an easy job. Not only pandas don't make it easy, it involves some heavy lifting. And there's a lot to be checked up. It's tricky because in the wild, mama pandas like to raise their cubs alone for 18 months. This separation is stressful for everyone. But on the other hand, monitoring the cubs is the only way to sustain the panda population. That is the sole purpose of the preserve, to help the pandas back to their own feet. The little one starts eating bamboo in 6 months. By 9 months, he becomes independent of his mom. The best part about life on the preserve is that cubs and mothers stay together almost forever, in the company of lots of other panda companions. It's safe here, and there's always something to do. It's also okay to do nothing at all. Being a mom is probably the world's most important job. Taking care of the newborns. Seeing them grow. Preparing them for life in the wild. Sometimes with the help of others. It's certainly never an easy job. But there's probably nothing more gratifying than raising those cute ones.